Welcome to a new video of Arepas for dinner. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Andrea and I make videos about my family life in the Czech Republic. And in today's video, I bring you a Christmas dinner. So we hosted a Christmas dinner party for all our friends and we cooked a lot of things and we made sure to show you everything we were cooking so you guys can get inspired making your own Christmas dinner. So that's it. Let's start with the video. The first thing I'm doing, and I'm gonna add the date here so you know when I'm doing everything, is rendering the fat on this bacon. It was half a kilo of bacon, and I'm not gonna drain the fat because we're gonna use that fat to do the corn as well. So I think it's gonna be delicious. I'll show you everything we do. Now we have here 2.5 kilos of frozen corn from Macro. I think we're gonna go for all of it because we're gonna be 20 people and the turkey is on the smaller side. Well, this is gonna be hard, but we're gonna make it happen. I actually just cover it and we're gonna see what happens because it's definitely a lot of corn. As I did not drain the corn, the bacon, I do not need to add any butter to it because it has a lot of fat from bacon. Then I'm gonna add some cream. We have the 30% because maybe I'm gonna use a little bit of milk to thin it down. It's without lactose because Chichi cannot eat lactose. And some kind of Parmesan cheese, grana padamo, but it's good enough. And that's gonna be the cream corn. So for the stuffing, actually you can make it because I only have one of these ones and I'm actually gonna use just croutons. I have these Knorr ones that I got in Macro here in Prague. And I'm just gonna mix it, but you definitely don't need this one. Just this one. This one I use it more for the recipe than anything else. I'm gonna start on that. Of course, I'm gonna do the last bake the day of the event, aka tomorrow. But I'll show you what is how it's gonna look like. So this is how the stuffing looks. It already has like the chicken bouillon there, but it doesn't matter because I actually have. I don't put the stuffing inside the bird. That's important to say. And this is the normal breadcrumbs. These are seasoned breadcrumbs. Don't buy the plain ones. It's better if you buy the seasoned ones. I'm actually gonna add pretty much the entire bag. We are 20 people coming, okay? So I just need these to be enough for everyone. So there we go. And now I'm just literally gonna fry up some things and add it on top. I'm gonna add some onions. I'm gonna add some sage. I'm gonna show you what I do here. So the veggie part of the stuffing is gonna be this spring onion, thyme, and celery. This thing already has quite some salt because the croutons are like seasoned. Let me see if I can focus there. They're pre-seasoned. They're delicious. So definitely I'm gonna fry these, not this is gonna be on top. I'm gonna fry these two without any salt. And as well, the stock I'm gonna add has no salt in it. Okay, so we add some cream to these. That's perfect. Now for these we chopped some of the spring onion and celery. We're gonna fry it in some butter and then we're gonna add it to these. And unfortunately, I just realized that the high-end chicken stock I bought has salt and this is already salty. So I'm gonna make my own chicken stock, just like boiling some chicken bones that I have. Of course, when I say I'm gonna do it in butter, let's be honest, ghee is pretty much butter but better for cooking. So I'm just gonna put like 2 or 3 tablespoons of ghee here, and that's gonna be enough for all the stuffing. So this is frying up. This is starting to reduce finally, and I'm not adding any salt to these, so it doesn't add any salt to the croutons stuffing. And I also think I'm gonna add cranberries to stuffing, but it depends. I'm gonna decide on that tomorrow. Looked like I already used bones for something else, so instead I'm just gonna boil some chicken and I'm gonna use that stock instead of using normal water, just for a little bit of, like, you know, poultry extra flavor. So the corn is already melting, so I'm gonna add the second cream. So far I haven't added any salt or anything to these, but I do have to add Parmesan cheese in some point, and I think I'm gonna top it up with mozzarella, just because I had it in the fridge and it goes very good with cream corn. I also found this in the freezer that I think I'm gonna add to the stuffing for sure. Now I'm gonna be practical here and I'm gonna be adding garlic powder because I don't have the feel of like peeling a bunch of garlic. And we're also gonna add onion powder for the same reason. I don't feel like peeling and chopping onions for this, so I'm just gonna add something like that. You can find these spices here in Czech in any supermarket, by the way, if you wanna know. We're supposed to add pepper to these, but let's be honest, my kids don't like pepper, so I don't think I'm gonna be adding it. I just added my Parmesan style cheese. It's Grana Padano, but I find it very similar to Parmesan. And we're just gonna stir these and let it cook for another like 10 minutes before transferring it to a baking tray. Paprika that my mother-in-law got for me. Like, I think she grew it in her garden. Just gonna add some like randomly like that. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna be adding more. Not sure, depending how I feel. I think Czechs love stuffing because it's very similar to knedlíky. So definitely doesn't need to be inside the turkey. It's just good as its own dish. So do the cranberry sauce. I have around 400 grams of fresh cranberries that I got in Lidl, and I'm gonna add 150 grams of white sugar and a bit of water. You can change the water for orange juice for added flavor or anything else. I'm just gonna use plain water. I want very simple cranberry sauce. I have caster sugar and only powdered sugar. Me. So we need to cook this on the stove for about 10 to 15 minutes. You're gonna hear them pop and it smells very good suddenly. And that's pretty much it. It's the easiest sauce in the planet. And of course, we're gonna preserve it for tomorrow. Reference, this thing is about 800 grams of croutons and I need to put around 1.5 liters of water or stock. I'm gonna have a mixture in between water and stock. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that today. We're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm just gonna mix the stock with this and I'm gonna preserve it for tomorrow before baking. It only needs to bake 30 minutes. So you actually do it after the turkey. Beautiful, they're starting to pop, you see? They make such a nice noise and the smell is fantastic. It's gonna become a marmalade by itself. You don't have to do much. It's great, it's so easy. To these, I added some salt and pepper. Since it was frozen corn and not canned corn, I couldn't try it before, so I didn't know if it was sweet enough. It is not, so it definitely needed the extra salty flavor. I wanted to evaporate some of the water from the corn because it was frozen, so I'm just gonna let it evaporate here for a while. No rush. I think I'm gonna add the timian right now to it. Chichi's helping me here. She's having fun there with the walnuts. So I think I'm gonna put it already because otherwise I'm gonna forget, and I know for a fact. And here is our sauce that I think I can turn off in about 2 or 3 minutes. Our corn is looking perfect already, and taste-wise is perfect. And our chicken stock, or literally like chicken water, I don't know how to call it, needs another 10 minutes. Cranberry sauce is done. I squished it a little bit with a spoon, and I think it's looking fantastic. Definitely yummy. I might add a little bit of lemon to it. I don't know, I don't have lemon right now. It's coming in roslik, so maybe I'll do that later. I'm not sure, but definitely ready to turn off. So I feel the corn is ready. It's perfect in flavor. So I'm just gonna let it cool down before transferring it into the baking dish. It says this is not gonna fit here, but my heart says try it. So we're gonna do that. Definitely won't fit, but it doesn't matter. I am trying to do like a couple of layers with cheese in between. I also have cheddar, but I don't know, like it's not mac and cheese, you know, it's just corn. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this mozzarella I have, and then I'm gonna add even more corn. Beans are just gonna be garlic green beans, and I'm cheating because I'm actually gonna use this. I'm also gonna add lemon pepper to them. I'll show you what lemon pepper is. It's just lemon peel, salt, and pepper. You can only add lemon peel and salt and pepper by yourself. You don't need to buy this, and it gives kind of like a nice kick, but I'm not gonna make it too spicy because there's many kids coming. Got a 2.5 kilos bag from Macro, but definitely I'm not gonna use it all. I learned from the corn. I'm gonna use maybe half, maybe a little bit more, and I'm gonna do it in batches because this is my pan. I don't have a bigger pan. Amount of garlic that I'm using for this amount of beans in extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna be very light with this seasoning. Maybe if you're gonna do it at home for kids, just add salt and the lemon, the skin of the lemon a little bit, and that will be fine. Ready? I'm just gonna wrap it up and let it cool down before setting it in the fridge. And I think I'm gonna turn off this chicken as well. It's just like chicken water. It's not really stock. It's just something to give it a little bit more flavor than just adding water. Chicken stock here, and it's a total of 500 grams. So I would be needing 1 extra liter of water tomorrow for the stuffing. I'm gonna go ahead and do the quail eggs today because there's no reason to wait until tomorrow. I can even peel them today according to ChatGPT. I just put a cloth, clean of course, in the bottom of the pan so they don't break, and I have to boil them for 2 to 3 minutes. This is a very Venezuelan type of thing, quail eggs and pink sauce. So I'm gonna serve, it's just very little. It's usually gonna be like 2 eggs per person, but it's just like a small wink to my culture. Got these eggs in macro. Quail eggs are ready, and now we just need to cool them down so I can actually peel them without peeling my hands. Also, I just checked the weather, and the temperature is going to be between 0 and 4. You know what that means? That outside is my fridge, and I cannot be happier about that. Because I can set everything inside of a box just to be sure that there's no animals around or whatever. And I can put pretty much everything outside so I don't have to go crazy about fridge space. I cannot believe this works, so I'm going to show you. I put some of the quail eggs in a jar with some water, and I'm just gonna cover it, like seal it like this. Now I'm just gonna shake it for like 10 to 15 seconds. I'm just gonna shake it for like 10 to 15 seconds and I'll show you. Wait. In my face because I'm obviously cooking in the morning in a day that I was feeling bad the previous day, but like look at this. So let me just like, what? Like, are we for real? It just kind of separates that little membrane that the eggs have, and it just like peels by itself. I don't have to do like anything. This is a game changer. This is totally a game changer. I'm so excited. They are, and I'm just gonna put them like that. They already have water in the fridge. I think I could have done double than this, but no. No. We're gonna proceed to do the 3 panes de jamón. That's a Venezuelan dish, but everybody in Czech Republic loves it. So I'm just gonna show you how it works. What I'm gonna do for convenience is I'm gonna beat 1 egg here with a little bit of sugar, not salt. Pan de jamón is supposed to be a little bit sweet. It's supposed to be using like a sweet ham, but it's hard to find that ham here in Czech. So we're just gonna add a little bit of sugar throughout the process. Of course, my lazy ass is not gonna do the dough, and my dough machine broke. So we're using pizza dough. Yay, super easy. It works like a charm. So let me open this, wait. This pan de jamón, if you didn't know, jamón is ham. So now we're gonna layer up our ham on top of this. I'll show you when it's ready. Set up around 220 grams of ham. Now we have the bacon, the olives and the raisins ready. First thing we have to do is to actually add like 1 line of olives. I saw one guy doing this one time, and the worst part is I don't remember the name of the guy, so I can never give him credit, but it's the best way to do the pan de jamón and to roll it perfectly. So I just add 2 rows of olives per pan de jamón, and that guarantees that every bite will have olive, which for me is super important because I love olives. That's kind of the line out, and then we're gonna add raisins. I like raisins, but I don't like conglomerated raisins for some reason, so I'm just gonna add them randomly. Oh, the bacon, I almost forgot. Okay, let me add the bacon, wait, better. Okay, so now we're just gonna add the raisins all over, and I'll show you once it's ready. I love the pizza dough, it's just so easy to roll. I was doing it with 2 hands, but you can literally do it with 1 hand. That's great. Of course, I'm egg washing it, so I close it by pulling the other side off. I'm egg washing it now, and I'm gonna just pinch it with a fork. They say that's important, so it releases some steam, something like that. Yeah, nice. And maybe I'm gonna bake it today. I think I am too anxious. I want to try it. I want to see if it looks and tastes as good as I think. The other two pan de jamón, and we're gonna bake it at 180 degrees for 40 minutes in the oven or whenever I feel they're ready. So these are the three breads. It's very funny because it's like obviously the first one, obviously the second one, and obviously the third one. Oh, that's just funny. So these babies are in the oven. The kitchen is pretty clean. I'm gonna put the dishwasher to wash, and I think that's gonna be it for today because I'm not feeling very well. Okay, so this is ready and it's looking fantastic. Today's the day of the event, and here we have our 6 kilos turkey. Is actually bigger than I expected. I am glad. So I just washed off all the marinade, and now I'm gonna proceed to cut the neck because here they never cut it for you. And now we're gonna pat dry it as well. Onions. So we're gonna chop some onions and some celery, and we're gonna put it as the base and set the turkey on top. We're also gonna add 1 onion chopped inside the turkey and lemons. Yay! I actually decided to put the turkey on top of these and on top of these. Funny enough, we have here our little helper peeling up the onions and our other little helper peeling up the onions. So I chopped some celery too. Now I'm gonna try to assemble this. It's a little bit hot. No, it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like level it up, and I'm gonna do the mayonnaise and show you. So we're gonna add the entire jar of mayo to this mixing bowl. Are you showing the mayo there in the video, baby? Yeah. Okay, so Alicia is recording, so don't complain. Okay, so that's a good amount. This is a 625 milliliters jar, and we're gonna use it all. I think we actually are gonna use more mayo. Very good. So now we're gonna put the second jar of mayo. I don't think we're gonna put too much, maybe half a jar, okay? Spices, we're gonna use paprika sladka. I have here some, and I have here some from Spain. I prefer the Spanish one, to be honest. Some garlic powder, some onion powder, and a little bit of cumin. Not too much, but a little bit. We're gonna mix it there with mayonnaise. Here we go. I added a little bit of salt just for like extra flavor. Now we're gonna kind of paint our turkey with it. Yummy. So what they told me is that this mayonnaise coating, you don't need to bake the turkey. It prevents it from drying out. So I'm up for it. And it wouldn't be the first time that I do something like this, because I do it with chicken, and I know it works fine, more than fine. It works actually very, very good. So I am confident that this is gonna be fantastic. Okay, so now we're just gonna quarter the lemon, and we're gonna add it inside of our bird. I am using gloves because I did make my nails, and I don't feel like touching raw food with my nails on. There we go. And last but definitely not least is sage. We have here some sage. You see it there in the camera, baby? Okay. Be careful with your fingers. They're in the camera. These fingers are in the camera, Amelia. There we go. And this is the trash. And now we're gonna add, with my hand, a bunch of mayo there, so it doesn't dry out. Here we have our wine, and we're actually gonna add it to the bottom of the tray. That's gonna help us do the gravy later too. Some for me. I'm kidding. Cover the bird, and we pop it in the oven for 2.5 hours covered, and then it's gonna be 1.5 hours uncovered. Now I'm cleaning this so I can place there my pan de jamon, and I'm also assembling the champagne glasses because I don't want to wash too many things today. I'm doing too many things to be washing after the party. Snacking. This table is just gonna have kind of like the, you know, the food before the food. I don't know the word for it. I forgot. We have our kind of sofa over there. We put the toy box here for my people to sit. I think I'm gonna remove the hammock so I can put more of these chairs around the living room, definitely. And Chichi just brought that, even though we have a game room for the kids. It doesn't matter. It's too early still. Yeah, and it's already doing the garden over there, which is important because it was chaotic. And we're gonna bring in the kids' table as well and put it there by the coffee bar. I just removed the foil from the turkey. You cannot see it very well, but it's fine. It looks like it's cooking beautifully, and now it's just gonna really start golden without the foil for 1.5 hours. I'm trying to do the hot wine, and for that I bought the cheapest wine I could find, and I have this from Vitana. It's for hot wine. It comes with 4 sackets, which is more or less 1 per bottle, so we're gonna use it all. The turkey is ready, but I don't want to show it yet. It's inside the oven cooling down. This is for the gravy. That's the neck, by the way. This is amazing. I cannot explain you how delicious this is. Of course, it has a lot of fat because we use a lot of mayonnaise, so we have to kind of render the fat. Wow. But we're gonna use this for gravy. Are you loving it?
It tastes like svichkova.
Svichkova, yeah, svichkova. Svichkova wish. Okay, I'm gonna show you the turkey very fast. Shoo!
Nice, it's a good size.
Yeah. These spice jams complains we trash all the solids, and now we strain it to have pretty much a golden, beautiful stock here. But we need to render some of the fat out, so I'm gonna do that next, and then we're gonna thicken it up. I do have fake gravy, but because I don't think this is gonna be enough for everyone, so I think I'm gonna do this one in one pot and the fake gravy in another pot, or maybe I'm gonna mix it all. I'm not sure. This table is gonna stay kind of like that. So I served the potato chips, I made the board, and my sister gave me these. We have their caviar, olives, hummus, and some cheese. And I think this is enough for snacking. Anyways, the food is gonna be a lot, so. Just splash the sauce with a little bit of wine, and now this is a slurry. This is made with scrub or maizena, and a little bit of wine in my case because I'm extra. And now we're gonna start heating up the sauce. At the same time, we're gonna be whisking it because the scrub is gonna emulsify. And I prefer to do a slurry than to do a roux for my sauces. And as well, we do have a friend that has celiac disease, so it's actually better than we use scrub rather than flour.
You with me? Or you with coffee?
Influencer influencing. And that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. And remember to follow me on Instagram because I'm always posting things about our life in the Czech Republic. And that's it. See you next time with a new video. Also, we're gonna go to Venezuela this year for Christmas, so that's gonna be interesting. So stay tuned for that. And I'm always posting on Instagram where my videos are coming out. So that's it. See you. Bye-bye. Wow, it looks so good.
For the party.
It's for the party. We are in the party right now, baby. Yeah.
It's really nice. I remember the first time I tried margaritas. And ever, and it was in Tijuana.
It was in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, we tried it.
And we just crossed the borders